Welcome also to Jade Edwards. Normally at this point you'd be getting ready to do battle behind the wheel, but I think you're pretty happy to be in here, aren't you?
It's much warmer in here than it is out there, that's for sure. But yeah, obviously I'd love to still be out there racing, but this is definitely, for this morning, a much better option. Unfortunately, rules are rules, that is track limits, and yeah, it caught a couple of them out. And they're going to pay the price, but hopefully today they'll work their way forward and the tyre choices might work in their favour. We've got one car just on the outside there, just approached the hairpin on the grass there, but managed to gather it all up and carry on. So far, so good into the chicane now down the hill. Ash Sutton's got two sides to him as a driver. There's the championship winning Ash Sutton, who's quite calm, and then the feisty Ash. We've seen the feisty Ash come out a little bit today, and I think he knows that he's not quite got the car that he maybe had last year against his rivals, so he's already got those elbows sharpened and got stuck in. I kind of want to make a point that although Thruxton's the fastest circuit on the calendar, it's very much about the balance of the car as well. It's all about, yeah, you need that engine power and that speed, but if your car is not able to deal with the high speed balance, that's where you're going to lose the time. And I think that's what Josh was alluding to there, is that the Toyota, all four of them, are struggling just with that balance through the high speed stuff, which is losing them the precious tenths of a second that just don't allow them to be up the front.
I mean, it's a huge leg up for the chasers of Ash Sutton and Tom Ingram and so on.
Absolutely, and from speaking to the drivers that are obviously driving this new hybrid system, I had it last year and it was helpful, but it wasn't a massive difference, you know, especially in the race. It was more about who had it, who didn't. You didn't use it necessarily to overtake as such, but from what I understand this year, the difference is big and they can feel it in the car. And it was actually Rob Huff that said not only can you feel it when you press it to use it, you can feel it if you let it go, the car actually, you know, moves around that power. So that's what we need, because we need it to help and aid that raceability. Add that in with the mix of tyres. There's no better feeling than sitting on a grid knowing you've got the better compound tyre on than the majority of the rest of the grid. It gets your adrenaline going, so that's going to become more common.
What is the move down the pit lane?
I think everyone's as confused as we all are. You know, you see the drivers and their engineers coming out into the pit lane and looking at the circuit. It's drying, but we don't know where more rain is coming. One side of the sky is grey, one side's a bit brighter, so we're in for an interesting day. But like you say, 3 compounds over the 3 races, so teams and drivers are always looking for a cheeky way of maybe getting rid of that hard somewhere on a wet race.
And what he did at the chicane was okay compared to what happened in race 2. That's our thought, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, because the difference there was that he was hustled into that move, basically. So that's the race 2 move there that you see where he sort of opts out of it quite early on. But here you see contact from Morgan, which pushes him wide. He has no real choice other than to cut the chicane there. So, yeah, a slightly different scenario from race 2. It's exciting. There's not 1 or 2 people that are just constantly winning. You know, it's point scoring up and down the field, so it's heating up.